Um, I'm going to get started with Queen Vicnix. Her comment, she says, I heard somewhere dancing makes our ancestors happy. It is true. I was just saying good morning to, thank you, Bounty and Bliss. I was just saying good morning to the committee. That's what we call our chat. The committee is already on and popping this morning. And let me everything Aaron says. Girl, Aaron, I don't believe that. Aaron says, I'm a black girl with no rhythm, too much colonizer blood. Girl, that's okay. You know what I say all the time is the lesson of Halle Berry. The creator, the goddess does not, hey, Dr. Jones. Y'all count how many doctors come in here. That's why I'm still ripping your girl Cheyenne Bryant to shreds. I'm mad about her play the degrade. So whenever I see a doctor come in here, y'all just okay, that's the first one. That's the first one. First doctor. We serious about our PhDs and our doctorates and our degrees over here, like in the 92%. But I always say this. So Aaron said, so we're having a little pre-conversation, a little warm-up conversation. Y'all, thank y'all for getting us to 10,000 likes as soon as humanly possible so we can go ahead and jump into our chat this morning, what we're going to be talking about. And I want everybody to get excited because black women are indeed the future. There we go. We got the tapper tap, and we ain't got to worry about what they doing over there. What these weirdos, if there's one thing Governor Walz did during the election, right, it was to term them weirdos. We ain't got to worry about what they're doing over there. We're the future. We're the future. They don't do nothing but celebrate regression, and we're gonna get into that. But I was saying good morning to Bounty and Bliss. She's a huge creator over on the Tube That Is You. She is a new creator on the Clock app. She brings us affirmations like resets, check-ins. I can tell by the stuff she's doing. She has already added a few ingredients on her channel. I want more and more Black women and Black women, new media creators to do this. Like she creates a frequency. It's one of the, I be paying attention to y'all. And these frequencies that y'all put me on as Black women, we have to really be selective about the frequency that we're on. I want us tuned into FM stereo radio 92.2 WBLK. All right, Black women, like Black women voters. And I find that Bounty and Bliss's station is a station that frequency is right for me. And then when I saw that like she was a dancer, she's already working to help us fight this weathering that Black women are 10 times more likely to experience than like our peers. This is kind of through stress, anxiety, stifling our emotions, not moving enough, carrying other people's problems like silently. We suffer from something called weathering. As good as we look, because y'all know a lot of us, hey Mimi, y'all know a lot of us, like we don't look like where we've come from, but even like, so we're even looking good despite the fact that we're dealing with weathering, which is in a lot of ways like premature aging, that like the extra wrinkles and the drain and the damage on our internal systems and our organs and our health because of racialized stress and like chronic inflammation. So I love her channel because she's putting you on that frequency, like, and she's dancing. Y'all dance. I'm telling you, there is something more to it for Black women. It's one of the ways. It is one of the ways I believe that we can. I'm making sure I'm silencing the laptop over there. I'm telling you, do it. Something very important happens to me when I dance. It's how I process emotions. It's how I generate power. And I love that she's bringing us into her dance frequency. Bounty and Bliss says, so true. We say it all the time. Thank God I don't look like what I've been through. So many of us do not. Like, do not. And I feel like that's a little extra blessing that we get just because we're special, like as we're special as we are. But that dancing will help y'all. I'm telling y'all, when I couldn't dance for like months while my knee was getting better, I was wondering like, who even am I? I don't even know who I am if I can't dance and listen to this music and emote and sweat and like work my body and like feel strong. So y'all get into her world and follow her. Nikki Cinnamon had us working on some sensual moves the other day. I'm telling y'all, like, I really wish I could say this. Like, I know how to pick a winner. I know when someone's platform and their spirit and their vibe, we are magical. Thank you with AK. We are Ocean Summer. I know when a Black woman is putting those pieces together in a way that is going to help us as Black women, as the 92%. The way forward for us. That's why we made 7 crucial decisions, y'all. We're going to talk about like one of them, a big one, crucial decision number 6 today. But that's why we made those crucial decisions. Like we made some, it wasn't just Black women gonna rest. It was a lot more than that the day after election day. We decided we were going to tune into full dimensional living. And I think this nation has never wanted that from us. I think that one of the reasons they walk around as bigoted as they walk around, as audacious and caucasus as like they walk around, is because they really did dupe us. They really figured out a way to put the blueprint, us, Black women, enslaved, not only like physically like enslave us, but then after, emancipation to keep us mentally enslaved. No wonder they walk around like the way they walk around, because they literally clapped chains on the brains of queens and goddesses and priestesses and engineers and artists, and they got us walking around with like this mental cap of slavery on. No wonder they walk around the way they walk around. You would too if you made, like, you would too. Those days are over. Those days are over. Hope everybody enjoyed it while they could, because those days are over. Okay. Y'all, please put in the chat. Let me know that y'all are picking up what I'm putting down, that those days are over. You all welcome. All right, to the Sunshine Report. How is everybody feeling this morning? Everybody, I know I can feel. I chose a little different shade this morning. Do y'all like the pink? Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know if y'all like the pink. I don't wear pink as often as I should. Another thing I picked up from the Cowrie Shell Collective. Oh, girl. Another thing I picked up from the hey Cinderella. Another thing I picked up, one of your favorite colors, right on. One of my favorites too. Y'all welcome. Come on in. My name is Halicue Hannah. This is the Sunshine Report. This is your daily news, political news, intelligence briefing, joy, cultivation, practice, and reminder that Black women have always been one of America. We look so good in colors. This is a reminder that Black women have always been one of America's greatest strategic advantages. Around here, we call ourselves a 92%. We are the Black women that showed up. We are the women who continue showing up. And now, just as we're speaking about, we are showing up for ourselves. This community exists because we believe that we deserve a new kind of journalism. And people can call it what they want to. They really can. One of the terms I actually love is called infotainment. I like that term. I don't consider that term pejorative at all, because we do need a little entertainment. Damn, I'm telling y'all, like, corporate media has figured out, the way to make money is to keep them scared and to keep them. No, I want a little laughter. It's why the Daily Show works the way it works. Okay, it's okay if we do a little infotainment. This community exists because Black women believe that we deserve journalism, getting our news, discussing the news. We want to do it in a way that respects our intelligence. It protects our peace. It celebrates our Black girl genius, which is what we're going to be talking about today. And it reminds us that our lives are bigger than whatever fresh ass foolishness has happened in Washington, D.C. today. Okay, so get your coffee and get your tea. We got a lot to talk about. Miss Lindsey, Nikki Cinnamon, thank you. Miss Lindsey, I'll have everybody know her homegoing. Her homegoing is today, children. It's today. Okay. I want everybody to know that it begins today. It's going to be a 2-day cavalcade of a celebration of a life lived in the most glamorous hypocrisy. Y'all know Senator Miss Lindsey Graham from the great state of South Carolina was one of the flutteriest butterflies ever to do it in the city of Washington, D.C. Okay? Yeah, girl. Oh, yes, the funeral, the homegoing service begins today. There's going to be some very big names there. okay? As is deserved by someone who spent her entire life when she wasn't on that pageant stage and when she wasn't vacationing in Disney World, carrying around a fairy dust wand. Okay, when he wasn't doing that, when she wasn't doing that in her private time, she was warmongering children, and she's got two heavy hitters that are showing up for the homegoing service. Indeed, Vladimir Zelensky is going to be at the service. Okay, and also Beelzebub Netanyahu will also be he's in town. That's another bit of news we got today. 92%. Those of us that live in California, we are pissed. Yeah, girl. Yeah, Mimi B. They both gonna be showing up. Yeah, girl. California, we are very bewildered in Northern and Southern California because we're not used to humidity. The reason we pay the property taxes that we have to pay in California, reason cost of living here is so expensive. A lot of it is we're paying for the weather, we're paying for these microclimates, we're paying to be able to exist without humidity. And I was like, why is it so humid? I mean, I understand about El Nino and like what's to come with these summer storms and the hurricanes, like sending this. Hey, Nolan, what's going on, Scarlett? Welcome. One of the most talented Black girl AI artists on the internet is in here with us. Nolan, girl, they like this cup. They like this cup. We may have to give them two versions of the cup. They really like it, girl. Screenshot real quick. They like this cup. We may have to give them something similar. And I was like, but I'm always looking for the spiritual meaning and things. And I'm like, what's this hot breath of humidity that has just breathed itself like all over California? Then I remembered, oh, right, the mouth of hell is opened up because y'all stunt queen in chief and the leader of Izzy is going to be meeting today. So like the really hot, humid ass crack of hell has like opened itself up for us today. And that's why certain parts of the country are experiencing extreme humidity. Have I missed a few? Girl, yeah, Cali weather. Girl, I don't know if we can ever move away. I don't know if we can ever move away. Y'all, I'm on my way back to Mississippi. So a few housekeeping notes. Y'all, my name is Halicue Hannah. I am the host of the Sunshine Report. This is your daily political news, intelligence briefing, joy cultivation practice for Black women of the 92%, and just some housekeeping. So y'all know I'm going to be speaking on the Independent Political Voices with Power panel with Rob and Karen of the Black Guy Who Tips podcast. I'm going to be at that little workshop doing just sharing about the 92% community that we are building, as our resource directory, the podcast, and talking about what it means to be a Black woman creating like new media. So that's going to be on August 15th at the National Association of Black Journalists, like the big conference and job fair. And then after that, y'all, I'm going to Mississippi and I hang out with my mom, my uncles, my aunts, like all my people for about 3 or 4 days. I cannot wait. So yeah, I'm gonna get back into that humidity. I'm so excited to be going back home. I haven't been able to go home in a minute. It's been like a couple of years. So I'm so excited to go back. There's so many things happening this summer. I'm so happy to have everybody in. Y'all, thank y'all for being here. Welcome to the Sunshine Report. Again, around here, we call ourselves the 92%. We're the Black women who showed up in November 2024, doing the absolute most, being the grown-ups in the room, the only people that seem to give a damn about this concept called democracy. Okay, we showed up. We gave America everything we had. We used the most powerful weapon in our arsenal, our vote, to fight the regime that we are now suffering under. I also want to remind everybody, because they like to do a lot of gaslighting and both siderism. The reason we are in every mess that we are in right now is because of the Republican Party and the GOP and the fact that they have ubiquitous power over all branches of the government, executive, legislative, judicial. This is all they fault. The other day, I saw one of these like little memes, like I sleep like a baby at night knowing what, and I was like, Black women sleep like babies every night knowing ain't none of this shit our fault. None. Thank you for helping us get the gift goal of the daily heart me's. That was just like a little explosion. Thank you. I love hearing that. Okay. Ain't none of this our fault. I need for everybody to know and to understand. Does everybody, I really, truly, it is insane. And y'all know the funny thing is, none of this is our fault. And I bet we're the ones stressed out. We were the ones stressed out the most about it, wondering what can we do to fix it. That's one of the beauties of our name, 92%. Nothing. What the hell else more could we do to fix it? If we still actually have free and fair elections, we know who those people are over there. Those are the people that skinwalk us. That little 6-7%, that's your Nicki Minaj's, that's your Candace Owens, that's them people over there. Officer Tatum's, that's them people. Yeah, Mimi B says, I sleep well under my weighted blanket. And 2 fans. Yes, ma'am, 2 fans. I hadn't thought about that. 2 fans, thank you. See, that's how Black women help other Black women out. 2 fans from different directions. Whew, okay, thank you. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate that. Welcome. Come on in. All right. I want everybody to grab their coffee, grab your tea, say hello in the chat. Tell me where you're watching from. Let's spend the next time that we have with each other. Oh, you can put ice and water in it. Where y'all getting these fans? Oh my gosh, who was that in the chat? Hey, pals, y'all put some light bulbs in the chat for pals, please. Mimi B says, I have one of my bedside tables. You can put ice and water in it. Who knew? Oh my goodness, who knew? Oh, love you. Watching from NC, North Cackalack. So listen, before we jump into today's headlines and discussing crucial decision number 6 today and creative Black girl genius, and discussing a little bit about like we are the future. If you have not yet, please subscribe to the Hey, it's Halicue podcast wherever it is you listen to podcasts. I am the host. It is a podcast for Black women of the 92%, for Black American women voters. Okay, created by your very own and your favorite Black woman voter. All right, your thought and imagination leader for the 92% movement. Please enjoy it. You can listen to it wherever you listen to podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube Music, Substack, or YouTube. My latest episode, which I am very proud of, and I'm very proud of it because my friend Lennis left me a note and a message and I believe a review of the podcast telling me that it was genius. So I'm telling y'all right now, y'all can't tell me nothing. I'm like Kanye. That's my big sis, Lennis. The way I'm big sis to a lot of people. Lennis put that last night and I said, I know I'm doing all right. Thank you, Lennis. Y'all know what I mean? Y'all know there are certain women like in your circle when they tell you you're doing a good job, you're like, trying. I appreciate you for noticing. Okay, so I want y'all to go and listen to the podcast. The most recent episode is another episode that I like to call it's a series called Dear Benighted States of America. It is a very tersely written letter to these benighted states of America. Benighted means operating under willful ignorance. A willful lack of curiosity and critical thinking. It means your ass is in the dark. I open with talking about the Atlantic article about how we're a post-literate society in this nation. I mean, by we, I guess I mean as a nation, but not us. Not us. These hoes over here is the ones that's got to worry. All right. Yes, I know Big Sister Lennis with her fine says it's crazy. Lennis be making me just so excited for my future. So I call it Dear Benighted States of America. Y'all are going to love it. It's the letter that the nation deserves to hear from Black women. And I also think of it as a pressure release valve. We've been walking around here being way too cute and operating under Black respectability politics for far too long. We've been being way too nice to these hoes. And as I say all the time, 92%, we try to tell you hoes. We tried to tell you hoes. Kamala tried to tell you hoes. Hillary tried to tell you hoes. Barack tried to tell y'all. We tried to tell you. That's why I pull out the chart, because y'all gonna put some respect on our name. as Black women. As Black women voters in this nation. Y'all gonna put some respect on our name. We tried to tell y'all, we've been being way too cute about it because we were brought up, a lot of us as Black women were brought up to say, like, I told you so and stuff like that. People didn't like that. Don't be a I told you so kind of bitch. Oh, I need for everybody to understand that on behalf of Black women, that is what a lot of this channel is here for. Oh, I'm a be that I told you so kind of bitch. I wasn't allowed to call people stupid or talk about hatred when I was growing up. Clearly, that was the problem. And that is what we are here to do on this platform. I need everybody to understand that. It's going to be a lot of us. There are a lot of us sisters. This is saints in this community. It's a lot of spiritual women in this community. They lead with a lot of love and light. I lead with a lot of light. But for these hoes, no love, none. They have literally killed and choked off my empathy. And that's okay. It's a lot of Black women with a lot of love and empathy left in their heart. And I love them and I appreciate them. However, the universe craves balance. And it is not yet Libra season. But as we can see, when Black women remove ourselves from the foolishness and the fuckery, how quickly the country self-immolates. So yeah, it's a lot of love and light like out there. I'm not here to really bring that unless it makes Black women feel happy and loved and light. I think a lot of what is going to free us as Black women is, again, being the I told you so kind of bitch. Being the kind of woman that says, oh, y'all dumb. And we're sorry y'all don't read. Being the kind of woman that says, we ain't got nothing to do with this. We're literally too excellent for you people. We're the smartest girl in the room, and we're gonna start enjoying it. It used to make us miserable. Watch it. It used to make us miserable. Now we're learning how to live with it. Okay? When we're gone, yeah, we've been too nice, too polite, like too cute. And again, the universe craves balance, and it is not Libra season, but we see with Black women like tuning in a little bit to we need to tell y'all about yourselves, into the darker side, releasing our pressure, telling the truth about you hoes. It causes balance. Thank you. Oh, I love those headphones. Can I have some more of those? I love those. I love the headphones. Universe craves balancing, and them scales is balancing like a motherfucker right now, aren't they? Is this nation not destroying itself? Yeah, we're gonna have to sit back and let it do it. That does not mean that we are pessimistic about the future, though, at all. So I want y'all to enjoy this latest episode, Dear United States of America. If you need a little bit more of this kind of energy after we get off the live with each other, please enjoy yourself. Please enjoy listening to the podcast. Oh, and remember, I'm doing a giveaway this week. At the end of the week, whoever has left the best review of the podcast gets this delicious spiritual bath. I'm calling it a self-love bath. It's made with rose petals, like rose hips, and oh my gosh, like pink Himalayan sea salt. Best review of the podcast gets that beautiful Black woman owned and created spiritual bath. I know you're all going to love it. And I hope that it makes you laugh, helps us breathe, and remind you that you're not carrying all this stuff alone. So thank you. Please leave a review. Those reviews help other Black women find our community. And the giveaway is still happening. Oh, we also have another giveaway for everyone that signs, for the 20th person that signs my change.org petition. So thank you for we're leaving the review, girl, any place you listen to the podcast. So on the Hey It's Halicue podcast, the Hey It's Halicue podcast, please leave please click 5 stars and please leave a review. I appreciate it so very much. Thank you all so much. And y'all, we should have a little review writing party too. Like when we do Black Girl Podcasts on Friday, Black Girl Podcasters at 4:00 on Friday. This is when y'all come promote your podcast. So while y'all be talking about your podcast, I'd be going to listen to them and pressing play so we get a download. I'd love to drop a 5-star review. So let's do that for each other. And y'all, some of these headlines, and I have to read this one. Where are my glasses? I have to read this one. This is what made me want to talk about our theme today. One of these first headlines. Let me find it. It was about, did y'all hear this? And we're gonna, Congressman, his name is Max Miller. It's a crazy headline. It is insane. And I'm gonna pull it up in just a second. I'm gonna pull it up in a second. Domestic violence abuse allegations against Congressman Max Miller are now officially campaign issue, y'all. But not just a domestic violence issue. Republican, by the way. Related by marriage to the senator from Ohio, Congressman Max Miller. The headline held a pew pew to his wife's head, okay, and probably broke their 2-year-old's collarbone. That hits me especially hard. I remember when my dad used to be going upside my mom's head, and I try to get in the middle of it, and you be hanging on to your mama, and you just fall where they fall. That's probably how that baby's collarbone got broken. Okay, he's also related by marriage to is it what's the wife's name? But married to the senator from Ohio, Moreno. I want everybody to know, so domestic abuse allegations against Congressman Max Miller are now officially a campaign issue. It's so crazy that like now it's a campaign issue. His flawed legal strategy. This is from Cleveland.com. It's the website of the big Cleveland newspaper. He's kept his domestic violence abuse allegations against him in the news for a few weeks, and now Roball campaign is going to bring the allegation directly to voters. He only has himself to blame. It's funny that they're talking about it as a campaign issue. And listen, I don't want anyone, listen, so the news of this and this congressman and his horrible domestic violence abuse, when people start waving pew pews around, hey y'all, hey DC, I will never forget when I was working in domestic violence, and I would sit on the hotline calls, or I'd be training people to do the hotline calls. The second somebody lets you know a pew pew is a part of the situation, the lethality goes up like times 10. The woman truly is much more likely to lose her life. And listen, I don't want anyone getting in touch with Speaker of the House Mike Johnson about this, because I promise you that hoe hasn't heard about it. He hasn't heard about it because he never hears about these things. He's gonna look it up, and you can be damn sure he's not gonna do shit about it. Okay. And I promise you that he will find a way to blame this bullshit on either President Obama or President Biden, because the little Keebler elf has never heard anything. And so when I was reading this yesterday, y'all, and we're going to talk about Nolan Wells and how basically Black people are basically solving this case. Like Aaron's gonna be one of them. Aaron's gonna be one of these accounts y'all need to follow so y'all can find out what the hell. Yeah, she's in very much grave danger. All right, from this guy. All right, and we're gonna get into Nolan Wells. We're gonna get into Chris Brown's going to jail. We're gonna talk about Miss Lindsey's funeral. These people going back. That's another, like, going back to harass Fauci. Y'all know that's what they doing now. That's what RFK is doing. The stunt queen in chief wants RFK getting rid of more vaccines. I swear that man thinks that's why. That's the reason he cared. Why would the stunt queen in chief care about our autistic babies? I just don't think why would he care? The reason he cares is because he thinks the reason, like, whatever is going on with Barron, I believe Barron is probably very much autistic, and he needs to blame that on somebody. So he's one of these people that got on board with like the American vaccine shit. And so now the stunt queen in chief wants RFK focusing on that. Advisors from the Hollow Throne, from the stunt queen in chief's White House, have told him, "No, don't be talking about that dumb shit before we go into the midterm." So what are they doing? They go back to goddamn 2020, and they unearth Dr. Fauci's journals, which basically just calls them stupid hoes. I mean, as I'm listening to the excerpts from Dr. Fauci's journals, I'm like, word. Yep. It's all his private thoughts about y'all stunt queen in chief, how he's an adolescent, how he's stupid, he don't know nothing, all he cares about. And as I'm listening to it, I'm like, yep, correct. Barron's on the spectrum. But see, they have to blame somebody about it. And like that's the problem. That's one of the reasons they got white men on lock as a party, the Republican Party, the Republican Party, it gives them a place to, like, they need to blame somebody for, why are my kids gay? Why are my kids on the spectrum? Why is my son an incel ass incel? And so that's the only reason the stunt queen in chief cares about the issue of autism and our kids that are on the spectrum. They don't care. He thinks that's the reason Barron is the way he is and why he can't parade him out. You think that he wouldn't be parading and having out in front of everybody a kid that looks dead like him? I'm telling y'all, they cooked that kid up in her lab in Russia. Looks dead like him, is 6 inches taller than he is. Why do you think that kid isn't front and center? You think it's because, oh, he wants to protect his child from the glare of, no. Kids on the spectrum, and he needs somebody to blame about it. That's the only reason. That's the only reason he cares. That is the only reason he cares. That party, Republicans, they're the party of backwardness. As I look at this, as I look at the story about that congressman that is pistol whipping his wife, you know what kind of audacity and caucasity you got to be doing to be pistol whipping your wife, who was the daughter of a sitting ass senator of Ohio. They are the party of regression. They are the party of rage. They are the party of violence. They are the party of blame. The GOP is a place you can go if you're a white man, you're as rich as all hell, or you have all the privileges, but your ass is still miserable. Whether you're miserable because you're poor, whether you're miserable because maybe you got all the money in the world, but your kids, all the shit that you was told that would happen for you if you became, I see this all the time where I live in Marin City. These people that are like ridiculously rich, but their kids are trans. And they are pissed about that. They are mad about that. Their kids are on the spectrum. They are pissed about that. They are mad about that. Their kids are not just automatically like getting into college. $1 million won't buy your kid into the Ivy League the way it used to. They're mad about that. So they have to come up with something. They gotta come up with something. And the Republican Party came through. The Republican Party came through. All the Republican Party cares about, the elites of the party, for real, all they care about is cutting Medicaid, eliminating the state tax, massive tax cuts for the rich. That's really all they care about. But the only way they can get more people in their tent is to give them those cultural issues. The reason your kids are gay and trans is because of the Democrats. The reason your kids have autism is because they support science and they want your kids to get vaccinated. Mercury in the vaccines, whatever. That's how they get those people on board. The poor whites, the ones that need to be voting like FDR Democrats. That's how they get them. Oh, the reason your son like can't get a job and is an incel is because of immigrants. Oh, and by the way, why does that black family down the street have a swimming pool and a Mercedes? That's what this party is about. They are about the past. They are about regression. That is what they are past. When I saw that like story about Max Miller yesterday, and it's just about another violent ass white man, it's not even like it's that important. But when I thought to myself, Mike Johnson ain't gonna do nothing about this. Mike Johnson ain't seen or heard of this. He damn sure ain't gonna say nothing about it. And that's who they are. That is who they are. And it just, and I also, what else did I see? I saw that interview. Did y'all see that interview with Elon Musk? And I think one of, either she's the editor or the owner or somebody highly placed at The Economist. Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that interview? This is basically the way they try to figure, girl, somebody just said in the chat, the way they try to figure out how we got what we got. I know it's crazy. Y'all, thank you all for sharing out the live. I just want to take a quick moment before I talk about your boy Elon Musk. Thank you so much for sharing out the live, for tapping the screen. Thank you for supporting our live goal. I am accepting kisses this morning. I am still accepting birthday wishes. So thank you all so much for that. Thank you all for sharing. So listen, in reading about this, listening to that Elon Musk interview where Elon, and she was wonderful. This was like actual journalism. This is how far we got to dig. how deep we got to go. I got to be watching. I got to be I got to be quizzing Coach Dad about The Economist. I got to be reading the little articles he leaves for me. And then we have these discussions. Then I got to watch this Elon Musk article where I don't know if she's the editor in chief or who she is of like The Economist, but it was an actual like journalistic, like actual probing interview that like calls him to the carpet. And there's this one point where they're talking about AI. And he's just like, you just got to submit. Everyone's just going to have to submit. They're just going to have to go along for the ride. We're just going to get this dark cyberpunk dystopic future. And whenever I hear shit like that, I was like, not us, not Black women, not the 92%. Black women, we're going to use AI and we're going to run AI. I'm telling y'all, I'm predicting it. I said it first. We're going to be, I bet you, Black women are going to be one of the only groups or one of the groups that gets duped and fooled and manipulated the least by AI. I'm putting it out there right now. We got too much common sense. We got too much discernment. We're the blueprint. We were forged in the fire. We work harder. We respect education and intellect more. We're more entrepreneurial. We got more mother wit. We got more pattern recognition. We're more deeply intuitive. I'm not worried about it. But when I hear him start talking and I think about this story about Congressman Miller, I think about what writer and cultural critic, yeah, she's a fave of mine, Tressie McMillan Cotton. I hope she's going to be at the National Association of Black Journalists. I'm going to try to find her. She observed something that stopped me in my tracks months ago, and it was that Black women refused to submit to this idea of a dystopian future. Okay, we refuse to do it. And I think that sentence that she said, it perfectly captures one of the 7 crucial decisions that built the 92% movement. And that's crucial decision number 6. Y'all remember this one? This is the one where we celebrate Black girl genius and creativity. Because I know we got a Black girl Tony Stark out there. I know we got the future of AI knowledge, especially around ethics and best practices and uses. Hey, Dr. Johnson, one of the official gentlemen of the 92% movement. Thanks for being here, Doc. I appreciate you. And I'm not doing that because I'm male focused. I'm doing it because official gentlemen of the 92% movement are a rare freaking breed. I just got to tell you, y'all are rare. You're very rare. You're very special, gentlemen. You're very special. But one of the crucial decisions we made after the election in 2024, and it was to celebrate Black girl genius and creativity. Black women decided to start living, and I support this 100%. That's why I want us to be digital creators. I want us creating new media and new news and new journalism and new entertainment platforms. Thank you all so much for the Go Populars. We decided to start living as Black girl creators, not just women that are surviving shit. Black women are innovators, thinkers, storytellers, builders, cultural architects without even trying. We don't even be trying. It's just the way we are. We invest, and I'm ready for us to do this, to start investing in our imagination, in art. Hey, KJ, we got a Black woman creator like right here. Brown Sugar by KJ. Y'all check the show notes of the most recent episodes so y'all can get her products into your life. A member of the 92% community. So even in the chat as we speak right now, an innovator, a thinker, storytellers, builders, makers, cultural architects. We are, from this point forward, we're investing in imagination, art, our beauty, the way we adorn ourselves, and these new ideas, because creation is what builds a future. Have y'all ever noticed how often from our rest deck, y'all know I like to read to us from the rest deck when we have when we achieve all of our live goals. Hey, Deja, thank you for that daily heart knee. I love to read from the rest deck, like when we've achieved like all of our goals, like in the live. Y'all ever notice how often she's telling us to sit down, to daydream, to take a nap so we can have a little vivid dreaming in the middle of the day? That's where the future comes from. But no. Somebody like Elon Musk, he wants everybody, including Black women, and we can't let him continue to enslave our mind and to wrap our mind about just submit to this dark, dystopic hellscape of the Terminator, of the Hunger Games, of Dune to just submit to this artificial intelligence. Black women aren't going to do it. We refuse. We're going to rebel in our minds by resting, by dreaming of a beautiful solar punk, matrilineal future. Hello, Vibe Wellness Woman. Linus, thank you for listening to my podcast episode and leaving that feedback that literally made my whole evening yesterday. Thank you. Thank you, Big Sis. Linus is my Big Sis. Thank you for that. It meant the world to me. And we're talking about celebrating creative genius. Okay. Joy and creativity. This is another thing. This led to the building out of this crucial decision number 6 that like Black women made. Joy and creativity. Chief of Villainy is here. Can everybody please show some respect? Thank you very much. Joy and creativity for Black women are access points and are forms of their own kind of power. How do I know this? Because they have been trying to keep, and by they, I mean the oppressor, the white supremacists, people that associate themselves with conservatism, this regime. Okay. When I say they, that's who I'm talking about. I'm not being vague. Them over here. Okay. The oppressors, they need us joyless and focused on nothing but being miserable at the job. Making life so this capitalist structure, we have no choice. This is like what we live in. So you gotta work, right? But they want us under their thumb. They want to keep us stressed. There's something about that. We can't be rested and we can't be free thinking in our mind and we can't be creative, even in our own families. And I'm not casting no aspersions, but I don't know how it was in your Black respectability family. But I tell you what, my mama sent us to like ballet classes and stuff like that. But when nobody gonna become a professional dancer? Halicue and Kayla better get to them books and get to that lesson and get into the best college you can so you can get the best job you can. Like I'm just saying, to my heart, my house, the arts, in terms of like learning a musical instrument, dance class, those were definitely a part of my childhood and that enrichment. But it was also too like, well, enjoy that little stuff. And that's cute that y'all look so great at the dance classes and y'all do the interpretive dance of James Weldon Johnson's The Creation during Black History Month at the church service, but you're going to have a job. Okay. So sometimes we even got that in our own homes. But joy and creativity are forms of power. And I don't mean in a way, y'all, that's like doom scrolling and just consuming stuff on Beyonce's internet all day, but creating. It's not enough for us to doom scroll. I want you to press the plus button and create. Okay. I want us creating. Oh, y'all, there's so many. I'm so sorry. There's so many comments that I have missed. But yeah, not just overconsumption, y'all, the scrolling, just kind of doom scrolling to kind of grab back some time and to kind of numb out. But I want us to create. That's why I'm always begging Black women. I want you to start the podcast. Please start writing the newsletters. Start writing the blog, girl. I'll try to get past there to read the blog and put a little thumbs up, put a little like on there. I want us to create as Black women because otherwise, and no, like we are the future and we have to create it. The only way we can create it is by dreaming about it, daydreaming, imagining what it is that we want to see. I believe that creativity is resistance. We're at some of the best art that's ever going to be created by Black people, just like in the Harlem Renaissance during the Jim Crow era and the Great Depression. Creativity is our resistance. Every podcast we record, every painting that's finished, every time we launch a business and add your business if it is Black woman owned to the sunshinedirectory.info. Add it so we can find you and support you. Every business that we launch, every time you all plant a garden and you bring in a little harvest from your little garden, show us the little 3 tomatoes and then 2 cucumbers and that head of lettuce. Every time we attend a dance class, every time we write a poem and share it, every time we invent something, every time one of our little darlings, we encourage them to create, to paint, to code, to play. That's like that's creativity and artistic time. Every time we have a joyful gathering, like a concert, we dance. Someone was just saying earlier, the ancestors are happy when we dance. Every act of imagination, every time a Black woman creates something, and then, oh my God, if we can get over ourselves and get visible and share it, it fights back against some bullshit like congressmen, Republicans, by the way, pistol whipping their freaking wives, or that racist technocrat gajillionaire Batman villain Elon Musk telling us just submit to dark MAGA and an AI future. Fuck you, Elon. Black women ain't submitting to shit. And you ain't got to believe me because I said it. Believe Tressie McMillan Cotton. Believe her. Black women are going to dream up a beautiful we are dreaming up a beautiful future. We are not about to let fear become a full-time occupation for us. Authoritarians, they need exhausted people. Have y'all ever visited some of these places? I'll never forget visiting the Soviet Union. It was a former Soviet Union, very newly the former Soviet Union, in the late 80s at a people-to-people trip. I went to the Soviet Union all through the Ukraine, Donetsk, Rostov-on-Don, with the people-to-people organization, a contingent of students from Southern Mississippi. It was wonderful. Them people is miserable. Authoritarians, they need discouraged people. They need people who believe that nothing they do matters, the way y'all stunt queen in chief is trying to pull off right now. They don't want creative people, like even journalists. Like they want the journalists. I would consider journalism done well. I think I would think of it more of a science than like an art. But I guess technically it falls under, doesn't it fall under humanities and like the bell letters and like arts? I think that's like where it falls. But they need people who believe that nothing they do matters. Creative people are dangerous because we imagine up alternatives, different futures, better ideas, like efficiencies, better ways to do things. Artists see possibilities. Nayla knows what I'm talking about. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you. I know Nayland sees what I'm talking about. Artists see possibilities. Also, entrepreneurs solve problems. Storytellers, digital creators, we preserve the truth. That's why I love seeing so many Black people. It's some Black people that's going to create whole platforms. Black women, Aaron, going to create whole platforms like where they do investigative journalism and forensic scientists. One of the stories we want to talk about is Nolan Wells. Black people online are solving this crime. There was I think it was a Black woman that actually like separated out all the noise from that audio where the kids is calling for a toast service. Then that's Black people. And then like the people that our very own Nancy Grace. We're doing it right now because like what does Nancy Grace have that like Black women don't have? Nancy Grace used to need to have a whole TV studio, a contract, not no more. Exactly, Cinderella. Our storytelling is revolutionary. Teachers, there are Black teachers on this app passing on wisdom, historians. One surefire way to get me to stop the scroll is if your name has got Black historian in it. You mess around, you're a woman, my squirrel brain will stop. What is she talking about? Great, these are historians. These are the new griots. Okay, our Black designers imagine better systems. Our Black builders create institutions. I love looking at people, Black people that are starting their own compounds or their own resorts or their own communities with these tiny homes. I love a Black compound where a Black family has built like two big ass barn style houses and this like a compound with people. I love that. Hey, Dr. Tammy, that's at least the fourth doctor that's coming here today. Okay. Already. Thank you all for sharing out the live. I appreciate that. Creators, That's one of the things I love about being a thought and imagination and a new media creator for Black women voters, right? Because I don't simply have to just react in my heart to history. I can press record, I can create a platform where we can get on here and talk about it and process it together. Tease and Jean says she wants her own farm. Ooh, I love the idea of that. I also think it's going to be the future for elder care as we go into our later years, like Black women developing, or women in general, but like developing our own compounds where we have our own on-site nurse, physician, like domestic folks to like help us like care for ourselves in our homes. I'm telling y'all, I think it's the future. Okay. So when the horizon feels bleak, because y'all, when I be preparing for our news and stuff, and I'm like, I mean, I'm gonna laugh a little bit about Miss Lindsey's funeral, but when I think about Elon, that interview, I think about that congressman and how the Speaker of the House, who was a tree muppet, Mike Johnson looks like a little closeted tree muppet. It's like a little white man that lives a little closeted gay life in the tree, like a Keebler elf, and then he comes down, he puts a suit on, and he just that's how he sounds to me. And I read about that, and I think about this congressman like Max Miller and about Lindsey and this dystopic future. I'm like, yeah, they are just the party of regression, of going backwards. It's of going backwards to when it was easy for them to feel superior in their mediocrity. And if they are the past, who is the future? If they are the past, who is the future? Us. Could y'all please put us? Could somebody put 92% in the chat? Yeah, it's the way Mimi B says, it's the way they vilify people but hide that they are living the way they live. So seriously, 92%. I want us to remember that when the horizon feels especially bleak, don't consume more of this shit. Do like me, go over the news, write it down. Like, I want to talk about this with Halicue. Yeah, we're going to talk about it. We're going to, but create something. Write, record, plan something, cook, dance, learn, build, support another Black woman's business. Share a Black woman's business at the sunshinedirectory.info. Okay. Create evidence that they did not cow us. They did not break us. What they really wanted to do, and I think with the attempted with the stealing of the last election, Coach Dad don't want me getting on here with conspiracy theories, but I said what I said. That's how I feel. Thank you, Bounty and Bliss. Us, we, yes, thank you. Okay. What they wanted to do with this, Midwest, thank you so much. What they wanted to do with this was to demoralize and defeat us. Not going to happen. Not going to happen on my watch. Create evidence that our imagination is still alive. We have broken those chains on us. We have broken those chains that say, nah, girl, you got to do something practical. It's got to make money. What's your plan? Like that. Nah, girl, create. The money will come. Y'all ever notice that's why I'm not asking y'all for money and stuff all the time? Like, buy this, buy that. No. Whatever. Not the point, but I'm creating. The prosperity will come. And if I'm doing it right, it'll come for you way before it'll come for me. Because that's the way we do as Black women. Let me miss the collective putting the capes away, shock them. They're still scrambling. Oh yeah, still scrambling. They're still not ready. They still can't believe Black women are being like, don't send y'all's brats over to us when they lost. We're going to call CPS on your ass. Send them over here to me if you want to. Talking about look for Black women when you're in trouble. I'm going to call CPS. I'm going to call the police. I'm going to notice a bruise or a scratch on them. I'm going to wonder where that came from. Was it your mama, baby? Black Girl Vitamins, chlorophyll water. It's in my showcase. Y'all go fuck, y'all done messed with the wrong ones. y'all really, the sweetness is over. Listen, remind these hoes, again, 92%, we try to tell you hoes. Remind these hoes that your imagination is still alive. Every beautiful thing we create, girl, even if it's a makeup look, I don't give a damn. I want to see it. Share it with me, girl. Show me how you got that cut crease. Show me what we doing with eyebrows. What are we doing with the press on nails, girl? Do you make press on nails? Are you a black nail tech? I want to know. Put your business in the sunshine directory.info. Okay. Because I feel like every beautiful thing that Black women create and then we share and then we celebrate out loud together, it is proof that these hoes did not win, that they do not have any power or dominion over us. Okay. Yeah, like corporate baddies, baddies in academia getting our PhDs. Yeah, they were ready for all that. I don't know if they're ready for the Black girl creative geniuses that do something other than just sing or play a sport. No shade, because I got two athletes myself, and Coach Dad was an athlete. No shade. Every beautiful thing I believe that Black women create is proof that despair and tragedy and keeping us trying to drag us back to the past with y'all didn't win. We refuse to let you win. They are the party of the past: racism, sexism, homophobia, perversion, PDF filing, assault, deception, lies, theft, as evidenced by y'all stunt queen in chief, his drunk ass liquor cabinet, and everybody associated with him and his side of politics over here. What they don't even realize is this man knows nothing about the history of the Republican Party of conservatism. All he knows is he was going to ride y'all's ignorant asses all the way to being the most powerful and one of the wealthiest men on earth. And he did it. Y'all bought it. Okay. But just because y'all bought it doesn't mean Black women. If anything, it set us free. And I am so grateful for that. I am so grateful for that, y'all. So I'm trying to think, y'all. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me on the Sunshine Report this morning. So y'all, we already talked about some of the news. That news about congressmen like Max Miller, Nolan Wells. Let me see who else has got any. Does anybody else have any update? Let me check out Nolan Wells. So we've all heard about I guess all I have to say about the Nolan Wells case is, and y'all, if there's any like new update, other than how awful like racists are in Mississippi, I said this yesterday. I'm gonna say it again. There are so many, yeah, y'all may not believe this, but there are a lot of wealthy, intelligent people, white and Black, to be perfectly honest with you, that but mostly white, that still live in Mississippi for a reason. It's a place where you can literally be a king on earth. What do I mean by that? Not because you're noble or you're worthy, but because you've got the power of life and death like in your hands. It is just much easier for you to get away with foolishness, skullduggery, crime, malfeasance, rape, and murder, especially if you're a white person. The person you're murdering is a Black person in Mississippi. It's just easier. There's a whole system. Oh, Howard is a new issue every year. Howard does have a new issue every year. Y'all. Okay. I only got to go to Howard for a semester. A lot of times, like Black students at Ivy League schools will, that makes me very sad about Howard. Y'all know Howard turned away, like, was it thousands of students? Was it thousands of students because they hadn't paid all the way up what they were supposed to pay before it was time to enroll? First of all, I didn't know, like, y'all, these Ivy League schools have these like $1 billion endowments, so they're not as pressed for money. But when nobody dropping you, like, no, you wouldn't want to do that. Yeah, like I don't know what the deal is there. I'm very reluctant to talk shit about HBCUs. My entire family, like before me, and my sister Andy went to freaking my mama's side of the family went to Alcorn State. My daddy's side of the family went to Jackson State. My twin cousins like went to Grambling and played drums for Grambling. I am very loath to talk about HBCUs, but I hate the idea of how many students. Also, Kamala went to Howard. I had the time of my life at that semester at Howard. I hope whatever the problems that children be going through in the bursar's office get fixed. I sincerely, they're working on it good because I do not, I'll listen to any fucked up PR about Ivy League school. I do not like listening to fucked up PR and stories about how our students are treated at college. I don't like that. I really don't. So good. So we're not too much on that. I'm gonna leave that alone. I have too much reverence for it too. When we did that little semester at Harvard, me and my sorority sister Keisha Shamitri Laqual, that's literally was her name. Keisha Shamitri Laqual Thomas played basketball for Dartmouth College. She and I were line sisters. I was number 2, she was number 4. We lived together